My name is Rory Houlihan. I ran for U.S. Senate last spring, 2016, to stop the ticking time bombs so I could put our economy on track for a bright new day instead of all things ending well. I lost the election and am not running, but the ticking time bombs, they're still here, if not more so. Let me educate you on the ticking time bombs and give you the rest of the story. Part 16K 1. The Trump-Ryan I don't care, no plan. I've said I don't trust Trump. Follows written actions and not what he says. Well, we now have the Republican Repeal and Replace American Health Care Act, the AHCA, that is to replace Obama's Affordable Care Act, ACA. Well, that's a bit of a lie, too. I found myself sick during the Max Baucus markup, write-up. How many think that in a month Max Baucus, Democrat, could write this law? Too long to do in a month. First off, Max Baucus wanted this bill to be bipartisan, so that both parties would have a vested interest in this bill. Each would work to fix any problems. He was a conservative Democrat and wanted something that would use our capitalistic system and be for our industry. Last, he wanted a bill that would expand the number of insured, especially the young. To make sure this bill was bipartisan, he actually used the 1996 health care bill that Bob Dole wrote. 3/4 of the ACA is Bob Dole care, almost word for word. Now, Bob Dole was a good man, and he was a good and faithful public servant for his career. And that 3/4 of the ACA is actually laws that would protect us, hardworking folks. He did a good job. I got to read both. The ACA is 3/4 Bob Dole or Republican 1996 care. Republicans didn't take the bait and made it Obamacare instead of everyone care. That is the problem, folks. This action ensured that special interests would play a larger part in the final bill, meaning a less balanced bill, and problems because of that. Max Baucus' second goal was to curve the medical cost curve from the then 10.8% per year to a more manageable 2%. The 10.8% yearly increases was forcing business after business out of the insurance market, leading to more and more folks not having insurance, and insurance costs taking away wage growth, causing our incomes to be flat for many companies, which had negative effects on our economy and lowered demand, which hurts our business community. But Max had to make two groups also happy, Big Pharma and Big Insurance. You just can't do both. In this way, the ACA was a partial failure and is something that does need to be addressed, which I tried to solve with a letter to Steve Beshear. Max Baucus' third goal, to expand the number of insured, has been a real successful story. During the few years that the ACA has been up, the number of insured has gone up by 20 million. The open exchange has allowed startups to attract older workers into their workforce, get the experience and the knowledge which would normally stay put in big established companies to have their insurance. This has been a real boom to our tech industry across many states and to startups that will pay. The payoff will be for years to come. The other group is the low to middle income folks who receive subsidies to help pay for insurance they normally couldn't afford to have this insurance. The often overlooked working poor, folks who make $33,000 or less AGI a year, like me and my wife. The most likely it will be you, we the hardworking poor. Now, to address one other issue, states being able to set up their own exchanges. This was a genius idea. When I saw this, I saw the ability of the ACA to be a real money maker for cash-strapped states. Remember, we were in a recession, and I am for efficient and effective government. I saw a real way for both states to capitalize on the ACA. I saw a way that states with their own exchanges could bring in new sources of revenues to those states using a concept called USDF. USDF stands for User Sustained Diversified Financing, using business principles to bring in income instead of more taxes. I learned this first from a millionaire. We financed this holding like 200,000 POWs during World War II using this method. And the final bill came to like a couple bucks. The use doing more for less. See, the state-run Medicaid system could offer insurance to low-income folks. States have a 6% cost in their Medicaid system. The bureaucracy is already there, so little cost increase for the program. States could offer low-end insurance at a 12% markup and make money. If allowed, the same state could offer their insurance to customers in other states, bringing into those states extra money to help pay for the Medicaid program, doing more for less again. But would mean that the government would compete with private sector insurance companies, and conservatives can't have this. So our good conservative governor, Matt Bevin, cost the state of Kentucky some $40 million and put us on the federal exchange. I see it as cattle being herded into one pen for slaughter. As I'm looking at the AHCA, conservative privatization, doing less for more. I know that former Governor Steve Beshear lives just down the road from me, and I proposed to do this when the ACA first came out. I had his phone number and his email. Was not a hard thing to do, to send him a paper. End of 16K1, the Trump-Ryan I don't care, no care plan. You have a good and blessed day. Bye.